Hi everybody, it's me. Welcome back to the channel. Okay, so I'm seeing something a wee bit more clearly this morning, and it's to do with unity consciousness, and it's speaking in a slightly different way to me. It's speaking in a unified way, fields way. Um, and one of the comments on the last video from Christelle said, Christelle, if you're watching, I definitely want to make that video with you. I'm going to stop making excuses about poor health and work harder to not be so flaky. But Christelle left a comment. It was on the eye video where I told the story about my eye, about medicine realizing that the metaphysical lies behind the physical, and that's the unification I'm seeing, but I'm seeing it as timelines, dimensional timelines. And it's like the higher dimensional timeline integrating into the 3D consciousness, which isn't new. I'm just seeing it in a different way. So for months, people have been saying to me, I feel like I'm in two places at one time. Yeah, you are. Let's call that bilocating. And so it's kind of suturing these two timelines together. And as you know, it's like I always say, as the light comes into the field, it will challenge every layer of resistance on the way down. And what these new light codes are designed to do is to break down the old paradigm mind control programs where it's become very difficult to imbibe the higher energetic frequencies because there's so much of the 3D programming in the way. And that's the work we've been doing. And then I was drawn to just a couple of nature decks. So I'm gonna speak, I'm gonna allow the Celtic spirit and sacred forest to speak through. And when I opened the sacred forest, two cards flew out. I haven't even shuffled them. And they're speaking straight to this. So I'm going to bring them in. Air spirit, here we have the Ace of Swords energy again. Okay, so knowledge, higher mind coming in to the shadowy depths, to the material built world. Okay, coming in on that one energy, active intelligence coming in. To enlighten, it's like to enlighten is the giving and receiving of light. To lighten, can I explain this? To divest ourselves of one's baggage. Thank you. Okay, to clear out the cellar, the cave, to clear out the cave and trust that you're making space. Those of us who are doing the work, and they are many, 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 I sense I'm now working with the second wave that are coming in. And I only realized that this morning. And so trust is speaking directly to yesterday's videos about there's nowhere to hide. It's going to take more energy for us to hide and stay the same and keep functioning the same. It's going to take way more energy than it is to let go of pretense. That's a word that came in yesterday. To let go of the pretense of fitting in, belonging, normalcy, that kind of stuff. And as we trust ourselves more to birth the light through the throat and to speak without pretense and to act without pretense, then we build the foundation Magic, truth, and happiness. So moonlight speaks to what is hidden. Okay, that's the magical self. It's the metaphysical behind the physical, the unrealized. And with all of these messages coming in, I mustn't miss the bigger picture of revelation. And 2024, I sense more so than 2023, is going to be a time of great revelation in the collective. Lots of disclosure. And I saw, I was shown the, let's call it the deep mind programs as a tantruming child. And that made a lot of sense to me. So the tantruming child escalates when it's ignored. And with more people turning away from, let's just take media, turning away from media and turning back in. And that will go to the example that as soon as COVID hit, I went to my gut and my gut said, hoax. Okay. Yeah, the sickness presented. But I even remember reading a comment on is it called the World Economic Forum's website that said an experiment into social obedience. Okay, so there's always a bigger picture. So the tantruming child, and this, I'm leaning here into a video I want to make about this Uranus conjunction. Because that to me is leaning into the next big fake event. Because the lightness is taking hold. Okay. The new way of being, the higher timelines are coming in and taking hold. And so what wants to control that and hijack that, it will go to tantrum and will create another tantrum. And what that will give you is a new chance to go to a new truth from within. Okay. Now, when you go within, you might meet your fear programming. You might meet the dread consciousness, the awfulizing, the catastrophizing. Be with that in a new way. Okay, I'm not going to tell you how to be with that, but be with that in a new way. Here's an opportunity. Is to go to the inner truth. Yeah, happiness. Okay. That's showing itself to me as haphazardness. Haphazardness as an art form. But that's not what you thought yesterday. Yeah, I changed my mind. But that makes you unpredictable. Yeah, I'm unpredictable. Okay, so opening the wings, bigger, more space, more space. Okay, thank you. Yeah, yeah. Here's the new opportunity. Underlying energy, peace walker. Okay. So if we talk in terms of the I am consciousness coming into the human experience, that is the stitching together. Crow just flew over the house, just saying. And the I am consciousness will guide us into witness state. It's okay to witness. We see way more when we witness without judgment, but if there's any remnants of fear programming, then you get sucked into that and make it real. Consciousness makes it real. Peace, gentle, forward. Okay, so that's the underlying energy. So the cards that flew out, 5, change. Hmm. Find the gift is the message I get from this. Find the gift in the dread. Find the gift in the dark. Find the gift in the dark. And that will help you map in different ways to the shadow aspects of you that might be holding you back. Might not. Depends where you are on your journey. Awareness, practice, and connection. So communication and connection here. And the shaman spiral. So I've got earth coming in here and earth's upliftment to earth's enlightenment. Wow, of her blood curse. Oof. Wow. Oh, I can feel that in my heart. It's like a deep old love. It's like dragon love. Mm. Dragons be here. Go to the earth. Learn new things in new ways. Yeah. Yeah. Wow, there's even a challenge here to not do the same old workshops on the land, to become intimate with the land in your own way, to birth your own signature, to birth your own line of communication with the land and everything that lives upon and within it, includes you. That shaman spiral is coming in on the 8 energy as well. Practice and connection. And we have magic on the table, and we have the magician out twice yesterday. And magician energy takes practice from within. You birth it from within. I know I'm saying this ad nauseum, but innocence. Birth it from what you don't know. Birth it from the unknown, from the playful child, rather than the past. We bring the past to the present, then we rebirth the past with a tiny tweak and we call it something different, but change is change. Yeah. This is throat, glands, lymphatics. Big energy, this. Wisdom, power, and transformation. Yeah. Even the lessons of the past can be reframed. You know, perception is reality. And if a bad experience has landed in some way, and the experience represents itself, how you meet that can be a 180-degree shift. You can meet that in any way. You have the full spectrum of sensory perception to play with, magician's table to play with. How else can I see this? Powerful transformation. What if I can find the gift in that? And I don't think it's what it says, but I get blood wood with this. Blood wood. Oh, hello. Blood wood dragon. So that's causing Kundalini expansion all the way up central column. Blood wood connection. It's almost like rematrixing to nature. Something about blood and DNA, historic past, purity, innocence, nothing. The real not knowing. It's the real not knowing. And then we have mother energy coming in. So we have maiden and mother. So this could also speak to reparenting. Ah, right. So that could be the human experience to reparent your experience of a situation or something that happened. And now if it's reappearing in your life, you've called it in to have another run at it. Do you remember yesterday? Perseverance, but it didn't work first time. Persevere. Wood dragon, know that your fleet, know that your feet are planted. Tree, soil, deep. Now I'm being shown that threshold. So when I work therapeutically with clients, we kind of go down through layers of self-esteem. Self-esteem. That's everything that holds us back from being free. All the programming and what they'll think of me. And you know all of that. And there's this point where that happens, and it happens that quickly. And the soul connection comes back in, and the pre-damaged child rises. And there's a point in that drilling down where before trauma, that child's spirit is untouched, is the bluebird of happiness, is free of burden. It's untouched. So it's almost like if you see trauma as a gestalt, as a timeline. So, yeah, as a timeline of same or similar events. Okay, that's how the mind organizes it. There's a point where there's a little bit of that timeline here that is almost untouchable. It's incorruptible. But that's what I believe about the soul. The soul is incorruptible. It's that we become unplugged from it. Where was I? Move on. Leave it, move on. Okay, that's lovely. Okay, let's go to light seers and wrap this up. I have no idea what the astrology is doing at the moment, but it's in the shift point this week because I have no time to make videos. Oh, by the way, another little health tip I've discovered. I doubled my magnesium intake and I have had 3 of the best nights sleep I've had in 12 months. So check the RDA. I am not a healthcare professional. I am learning like a child how to take care of myself. I'm taking all of these. I am. Right. Underlying energy. Pause. So this is the invitation to reframe and re-see in a different. What did I miss? What lesson did I miss? What lesson did I miss? is there anything else for me to see in this? Because sometimes, you know, if we revisit something from the past that wounded us or hurt us, we can miss the gold. And there's gold in every experience. That's how we learn and grow. Pause. Where did I hear that? Think with the heart, feel with the mind. Okay, see the experience through your grail, see the experience through your heart. What does that mean, Chrissy? Okay, it means, so this is my affectionately titled Stop and Drop. Okay, so when we go into busy mind, we're spiraling up and dissociating. So the stop and drop is stop. You remember when I said monkey mind came in, whenever it was, 10 days ago? And I had to stop and come back, drop into the body, go into the heart, bring all of your awareness and consciousness into the heart and just be. No expectation, nothing to achieve, just be and vibrate and calibrate to the heart. And you take your time with that bit. Then you can revisit. Here he is again. These cards have been shuffled yesterday and today. I like that the Emperor is following the Ace of Cups. Releasing the burden or keeping the burden. It's a choice. There's no right and wrong here, but the card that comes after it is the Star. This is the purification. So the invite is there to release the burden. Now, if you're doing the deep shadow work and you can stay with it, that will automatically release if you can get back to that divine solar child. It's around about the 2 years old mark, but I don't want to generalize something so special. It's a magical moment. 9 of Pence. Self-sufficient. Self-sufficient. New journey. Fool. There's definitely something shifting this week. And I think it is these dimensions now coming together. So keep your eye on a global interruption, okay? And then you make your decision. It's entirely up to you. It is an opportunity, as COVID was an opportunity. COVID dropped endless gifts into my lap. I have nothing but love for COVID. I just met it in a higher plane. I'll tell you a funny story in a minute. There was this time, I think it was 2020, 2020 or 2021. I went to the supermarket and it was just a glorious day. Midsummer, it was a glorious day. And I parked the car and I walked across the car park like this because there was this kind of Saharan breeze, which we don't tend to get in the UK. It was gorgeous. If it had a color, it would be if you mix pink and apricot together. It was just a delicious moment. And I'm striding across the car park, just letting this breeze blow through me. And then I see the entrance to the supermarket. My face furrows. And there are people queuing to go into the supermarket. I could not figure this out. And I followed the queue all the way around the edge of the car park. And they're wearing masks. And when my mind registered masks, oh, it's COVID. So I'd come in on a completely different level. I had to then down chunk and make a decision as to what I was going to do. So I took my sunshine and my beaming into the queue, and I lasted for about 7 minutes. And then I saw a guy park his car, and I said, "Come over here." I said, you take my place, I'm off. So I left. Okay. It is a choice. There is no predetermined outcome except the one that you decide upon. Okay. Self-reliance. Self-reliance. That's it. Wow. There's the choice. That's beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful. Yep. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Right. Here's the magician's table. Practice this. Right. Again. That's 3 times in 2 days. Ace of Swords. Higher mind coming in. Clarity, if you dare to see it. Working with the High Priestess at the magician's table. But I don't know which way to go. I could go to mental torture, or I could drop down into the depth of my water and strike that tuning fork and then practice and practice how to read it and how to act on it. That's it. That's it, my darlings. I'm off. Welcome new subs. Thank you for your comments. Please like, share, subscribe. And I will see you all again when I do. Much love.